and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we are going to be talking about relationships, and I want to do kind of like a series. So this portion of this video is basically just going to be some background on me. This is kind of like story time. So I want to do a series, but for this video it's kind of be like story time. I want to tell you guys a little bit about me and my relationship status and where I stand and all of that stuff. So let's just jump right into it. So if you guys are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Kimberly. I'm 21 years old. I currently live in New York City and I am single. I am not in a relationship, and I will go into that in a later video as to why. But for today's video, we are just gonna talk about my past relationships and the love of my life and everything like that. If you guys clicked on this video, you guys are probably wondering a little bit more about that, so that's why I wanted to talk to you guys about it. But I also wanted to kind of get the message out with this series that if you're not in a relationship, it's not the end of the world, and I want you guys to embrace the fact that you're not in a relationship. Just because you're not in a relationship, it doesn't mean you're ugly or that nobody likes you, or you know, it doesn't mean anything about you I mean, there's some people who, of course, like myself, we have commitment issues and we don't want to be tied down to anything. But there's other people who do want to be in a relationship, and I feel like just because you're not in one, don't feel like it's the end of the world, because there's possibly someone there, just not at this moment. They're going to come to your lives, I promise. Just when they come, don't lose sight of them. It would be really hard to tell who's really good for you and who's not sometimes because of the world that we live in, but just because they're not here yet is what I'm trying to say. Don't lose faith and don't lose hope and love, and if you're in a bad relationship now, get out of it. That's pretty much what I wanted to say. But anyways, this video is not about that. This one is just like a story time video. So I want to tell you guys about the guy that I'm crazy over and always will be and always have been. I'm going to change his name to Jake just for the sake of this video and for his privacy, and because I don't think I have anyone on my Facebook or Instagram whose name is Jake, and that would be really weird. But anyways, it's not that Jake, because his real name is not Jake. So the guy that I really like, his name is Jake, and I say love because it's been a really long time, and the fact that the feelings are not gone yet is kind of crazy. So well, let me explain also. I don't want to be with Jake at all. Me and Jake are not meant to be whatsoever. I feel like that. I deeply feel it in my heart that me and Jake are not meant to be. Maybe one day we will change our ways, but for right now, I don't think that me and him are meant to be. So let me tell you guys a little bit about how I met him. So we were in high school. We went to the same high school, and at the moment I was dating Pat, right? Me and Pat were together. It was my first relationship in high school, and Pat had a group of friends, and one of those friends was a girl. Her name was Sarah, and Sarah was dating Jake, and Sarah was friends with Sasha. So Sarah and Sasha were friends. Well, all three of us, we were all friends. We were all cool. I didn't really talk to Jake because he was different than all of us. We were kind of in a group of people, and we all looked the same. We all kind of dressed the same. We're into the same music and stuff, cutting class, all of that stuff. And he was just like this perfect guy. All of his grades were good. He was really cool with everybody. Everybody was really like, hey Jake, what's up? And he would be like, hey, what's up? Like everywhere he would go, everyone would know him. And I'm guessing this is why Sarah was crazy over him, and suddenly I became crazy over him. So yeah, so him and Sarah were together, then they split up. I don't know why. Well, I did find out later on, but I don't want to give too much details about that because it's not my business. But they broke up, and I was still close with Sasha, and I told Sasha, I'm like, hey Sasha, what's up with Jake? Like, how is he? He was like, oh, he's dating some new girl named Mary, and they're really cool. You guys should hang out and everything. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I spoke to him on Facebook. I believe that's when we first started talking. We started talking on Facebook, and I messaged him, and we just started talking, I guess, and we would talk a lot. He was currently in a relationship with Mary, and we would talk a lot, constantly, actually, like way too much. It was to the point where we would talk every single day for hours and hours and hours, and then wake up and then talk again for hours and hours. And I guess that's when I first started having a crush on him. Put that on my Facebook, and I guess people started finding out that we were still talking, and his girlfriend was not happy about it, and she was like, you gotta stop talking to her, don't talk to her anymore, whatever. But we never stopped talking. He always stood up for me, which I really appreciated. He was like, we're just friends, don't worry about it, you know. And they went through hell and back. I mean, hell and back. And he basically gave his heart to her, and she basically just switched it away. And there I am, being the good friend that I am, and I'm like, come here, come to me, I'll make you feel better. And I tried, and then he went away for school. I think he went to some SUNY, I don't remember. But we were still talking. I have the tendency to talk to a lot of people that I'm not with anymore, but I'm always cool with everybody. Like, if you enter my life and you mean something to me, I will never like let you go completely. I would always start talking to you eventually. I have friends that I've known for like 8 years, and maybe we don't hang out as much, but you could always hit me up with anything. But anyways, so he went away, and we would video chat, we would talk, we would do just everything, and it would be public. I wouldn't care. And it got to the point where I actually started noticing my feelings, and I'm like, wait a minute, I like this guy a lot. Like, I really like him. And so I told Sasha, I think was the girl that, yeah, I told Sasha, I'm like, Sasha, yo, I really am digging Jake. Like, I really like him. And she told me, she was like, I know, and I think he really likes you too. You guys should really start talking. So the way our conversation switched would be different. Like, we wouldn't be like, hey Kim, it'd be like, hey babe, and stuff like that. So we would babe this, babe that, but we never really got together, and I never really knew why. I did ask, but if I failed at asking because the situation was not good. It was not okay. That was not the way to ask anybody anything. But yeah, so that happened, and then I don't know, we just always stood in communication. Him and Mary broke up eventually, and that's when I thought it would be my turn. I'm like, finally, I've been liking this guy for like 4 years. It was 4 years at the time. I've been liking this guy for like 4 years. Maybe I can make it work. But we never really told each other our feelings. I mean, I tried, but I failed. I'm not the kind of person who would sit down and be like, hey, I really like you. Like, that's just not the way I mean, I am now. Now I really don't give a damn, if you ask me. But we basically, I don't know. And then after some time, we got older, and I went away to school. He came back to New York, and I mean, he was still in New York. I think he was just upstate. But anyways, we were still talking and stuff like that while I was away in college. And when I got back, I really missed him. I'm like, come over, whatever. Came over a few times, just to hang out. We would watch movies and stuff like that. Yeah, so it wasn't, I don't know what kind of relationship we were in, because we were friends, but we would like make out and stuff and hold hands and all this other crazy stupid shit. And now I look back and I'm like, what the hell was I doing? But anyways, we were cool, and we're still cool. He hits me up from time to time, but he's currently in a relationship with someone else, and they've been together for a long time now. I think it's been like 2 years. And more power to them. Their relationship is really cool, and we don't like flirt or anything. We just have normal conversations like, hey, how you doing? And he'll, you know, write to me, good morning, whatever, good night, all right, whatever. We'll talk on the phone, and it's cool. Like, we're cool and we're friends. And the fact that I feel like the person that he's with is making him really happy, and he talks to me about her all the time, and he's like, my girl this, my girl that, and I'm just like, it doesn't hurt me because I know that he's happy, you know? I feel like when you learn to really love someone, their happiness means more to you than your happiness. So of course I would be happier if I was with him, but I know that my schedule is so crazy that I can't be there for him the way that he deserves. I would probably only see him like once a week, and it would probably be for a short time because I'd want to come home and film a video for you guys. And I'm not saying like that this is taking over like my life or anything. That's the way it came out just now. But no, I prefer this. I prefer to be sitting here instead of being out there with someone else. And I don't know, I just feel like when you're so different from someone else, he's kind of laid back, he likes to chill, watch TV, play sports, whatever. I like to go shopping, I like to go to crazy restaurants, and I like to go parties, I like to spend a lot of money, and I'm into fashion, I'm into makeup, and he's not into that. He probably prefers someone who doesn't wear makeup at all, someone who's like laid back and plays video games and all this stuff. And there was a time that I did try to do that. I was with my brother and I'm like, yo CJ, you gotta teach me how to play basketball. So we went to the park and I'm like, oh, God, what am I doing? This is not for me. So that's when I finally realized, you know, I am me. I'm gonna find someone who's just like me, who likes to do, well, obviously I don't want them to wear makeup. I mean, I wouldn't mind if you're into you want to be a makeup artist, that's cool, but I don't like makeup on a guy for someone who I would be attracted to, like sexually. Like, well, except for Manny MUA and Patrick Star. I mean, they look amazing. But anyways, yeah, so I'm just into makeup, and I'm into living the fast life, and I'm into nice bags and all of this stuff, and he just looks at it like junk. And I don't know, I feel like I'm gonna find someone who's into the same things as I am, and that's pretty much it. I'm not looking for anybody at the moment because I can't fit them into my schedule, and I feel like if you're in a relationship with someone, they deserve all of your attention, and if you can't give it to them, then maybe you shouldn't be with them. You should want to give your attention to the person that you're with. You should want to dedicate days just for you guys, and being on the couch and just chilling shouldn't be a problem. And I feel like, of course, don't get me wrong, I would love to just be with him and just chill on the couch and just talk and stuff, because we have done that. But it's not what I prefer. And in the back of my mind, I know that this is not what I would rather be doing. I would rather at least taking a stroll at the park, or going out to eat, or going to the corner pizzeria. I live in the corner of a pizzeria. We can go out to the corner of the pizzeria and that would be fine. But I feel like we are just so different that even if he was single at the moment, I would not make a move, because I've tried so hard and it fails. I tried to be more like him. He hasn't tried to be like me because I don't think the feeling is mutual. I feel like he likes me as a person, but he's not likes me as a girlfriend, because he's had the chance to kind of come clean and tell me, you know, I feel this way about you too, and he hasn't. And I feel like he's told other people, because even my best friend has told me, and there's just some reason he doesn't want to tell me. And I don't mean to be like a zodiac sign person, but I mean, I do follow zodiac signs. I really do like them, but we are completely opposites, and the stars have said it. We are opposites. And I kind of like our friendship. I think we're cool. If I need anything, he'll be there for me, of course. And of course, if he needs anything, I'll be there for him. But as far as that, that's it. I am currently talking to other people, and I feel happy doing so. I like to hang out and go to the movies, but I just don't want to give my all undivided attention to someone at the moment, especially if I can't move on from Jake. I mean, if I can't leave Jake, how am I supposed to move on to another relationship? But anyways, that's it for this video. I will be making another video pretty soon, probably even today, maybe later on after I unwind a little bit, in regards to relationships and why being single is actually amazing. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's a little different. I kind of wanted to do a relationship series, so I think this is a good way to start, is by telling you guys all about my relationship status. There are other men in my life that I would probably talk to you guys a little bit more about, but I feel like I should probably wiggle Jake in first, because Jake is like the main guy in everything. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye!